Hi, welcome to Samlex Workshop. Today we're going to discuss the SEC-BRM series. The SEC-BRM series is a 19-inch rack-mountable power supply available in 12, 24, or 48 volts. The unit itself is capable of battery backup if there is a battery bank connected. It has redundant power supplies. For the 12-volt version, each one of these power supplies is 20 amps. So for the 40 amp version of the 12-volt, you have two power supplies. For the 60 amp unit, we have three, and for a 100 amp unit, we have 5 power supplies. So I'm just going to give you some brief feature descriptions of the units itself and show you how field upgradable it is or fixable it is in the field. Hi, here we have the SEC-40BRM, and I'll just show you a few of the features. On the front faceplate, we have the on-off switch, a breaker for overloads, the status of the power supply modules. This one has 2 LEDs because it has 2 modules, each at 20 amps or 40 amps total. A fan failure alarm, LED indicator, a volt and amp switch for the meter on the front here, which will show you the status of the power going out of this unit. And on the back side, just sort of briefly, we have the load terminals for your DC load and the battery terminals. This is where you would have your battery bank attached for a battery backup. There's also a alarm output which has isolated alarms for any of the statuses of any of the modules and the status of the unit itself. So that's the main features on the unit. Now I'll show you the upgrade itself for modules or replacement of modules. Here I'm showing the interior of the 60BRM with 3 20 amp modules. They are redundant, so if you were only required to supply 20 or 40 amps out of this, one of these would be in standby, and if one of the other ones went, the unit would keep on operating. It would give you an indication on the front that there was a failure, but it would keep on operating. You could upgrade this quite easily by simply inserting a 4th module to bring it up to an 80 amp unit. So the module is simply inserted in there, screwed down, attached DC, and attached to the sense units, and you now have an 80 amp unit. Of course, it could be upgraded to 100 amp. It comes with an LED for the front panel, so now you'll have 4 module indicators on the front of it. So it's a very good indicator of how easily it is to upgrade or how easy it is to repair the unit itself. The fans themselves, they're easily replaceable. 4 screws in the back and the fan pops out and you replace the fans. It's best to replace them, 2 of them at the same time, because if one of them's going, then the other one's probably going to be gone very soon anyway. So they're relatively inexpensive and easy to replace in the field. So very field upgradable, great little unit for any critical power application where you need battery backup and heavy duty DC current. So the SEC-BRM can be used in the 12-volt version. It's often used in telephone companies or small cellular sites to displays of 12-volt equipment if it's high power is need up to 100 amps, or using the smaller ones for redundancy. For the 24 and 48 volt versions, they're typically used in industrial type applications, workhorse type applications where these units really shine. With monitoring available, they can be monitored remotely and report back any issues that you may have with the unit itself or with the environment. So that concludes the SEC-BRM. Thank you.